Alright, so this is the official Path of Fire launch trailer. It is the Tuesday before Path of Fire launches. I have not seen this yet, so this is a live reaction. Apparently this has new footage and music and everything, so that's all I know. So let's watch the official launch trailer for Path of Fire.
What happened to you out in the desert?
It's a powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse.
He's a maniac.
One person against a god of war.
One person.
We know there's something in the desert that will help us turn the tide against Balthasar.
There's...
So, will this be your first god fight?
Yeah, you.
What? What was that?
The elder dragons will die by my hands. And their power will become my power.
What was that?
I fear he may get the weapon. If he does, the consequences will be unpredictable.
The weapon?
We gonna kill a god or what?
We cannot defeat him on our own.
There's no coming back. We must strike now.
What is that thing?
The gods have abandoned this world.
And what is that weapon?
No more running, Balthasar. Face me.
Of course he's gonna be running. I mean, oh my god. This was like... I mean, that's like my trailer. Like, I'm all about the story. The story is like the #1 thing that I'm excited for. That gave me some chills. That gave me some chills. Like... You know, everything leading up to this, most of what has been leading up to this has been features. You know? And there's been a little trickle of story. This is like a preview of the story.
The powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse.
Oh my god. He's just like walking the desert.
One person against a god of war.
He didn't have that ring of fire around his shoulders.
We know there's something in the desert that will
In
help us
episode
turn the tide
5.
against Balthasar.
I'm guessing all of those characters are representing the player characters. And I do like how they showed a lot of the elite specializations powers. That's pretty cool.
So, will this be your first god fight?
I'm wondering...
Yeah, you.
This is what? This is what? That's what? What? What is that supposed to...
Will die by my hands.
What does Karnak know?
Power will become my power.
What is that?
I fear he may get the weapon.
What?
If he does, the consequences will be...
We've seen that in other trailers. Him like with that floating weapon next to him. What is that weapon? Do we know what that is? And is that a character? Is that going to be an NPC, that Alonian?
We cannot defeat him on our own.
What is this? What are those?
There's no coming back. We must strike now.
The gods have
What is
abandoned
this
this world.
giant mechanical mech thing?
No more running, Balthasar. Face me.
Don't be running. That's the only thing that makes me worried is the them saying don't like enough running. It's like, no, we're gonna be chasing him. We're gonna like almost get him and then he's gonna run away and then almost get him and then he's gonna run away. It's like, no, don't do that to us. Don't do that to us. Oh man. Okay, so we didn't... Is that Aurene flying behind Balthasar? Okay.
What happened to you out in the desert?
Oh my god. Alright.
It's a powder keg over there, and that maniac has
I don't
already
know.
lit the fuse.
Now I haven't gone through this like frame by frame.
One person
There's an NPC, there's someone that we keep seeing, and I'm wondering if that's a character or if that's just they're reusing like a player, because obviously most of these are player characters, models, that they're representing us.
So, will this be your first?
Those were like undead, or what does that mean? That better not be, they better not be teasing us there. They better not be teasing us there. Oh yeah, okay, the that did look like Aurene, didn't it? That was subtle in the background. See, there's that golden stuff behind him. What is that? They said that there is something in the Crystal Desert that can help us defeat Balthasar, and then they're talking about a weapon? I want to know who that is, if that's supposed to be a player character, or if that's a character we're going to meet, because we see him a lot. And apparently there's this Egyptian Sphinx army that we're going to pair up with. I'm assuming those are good guys. It could be bad guys. I don't know.
No more running, Balthasar. Face me.
Okay, let's discuss. One thing right off the bat that I observed is no mention whatsoever of Kralkatorrik. No mention, no visual of Kralkatorrik whatsoever. So I don't know what to think about Kralkatorrik. Like, if we're gonna fight Kralkatorrik, obviously Kralkatorrik is a big part. Like, that's Balthasar's whole point, is he wants to kill Kralkatorrik. Dave Chaos, thank you so much. I have the alerts turned off right now. Thank you so much for that 6-month resub. I appreciate it. You think that man is a new character that might be the one to take Balthasar's place as the God of War? I don't think they would do that again. I don't think they would do that again. I hope not. There's some visuals of a branded area and branded creatures for a couple secs right there. Oh, I have no doubt that there's going to be like a map that's all purple and branded. I have no doubt, or at least a big section. That Canuck line, that line from Ritlock to Canuck better not be like, he just says, no, this is my first time too. Like, I'm not necessarily expecting, I am expecting him to say yes, and for Canuck to have this big secret, but like, I don't know, I feel like, don't build that up as some, like, the implications of Canuck saying, yes, I've fought a god before, maybe not necessarily a human god. Maybe he's gonna say, no, but I've fought my inner demons, which are like a god. I would accept that. But don't build that up to be nothing. Don't put that in the trailer and then have it be nothing.
We must strike now.
Pretty sure Canuck smiling at the god fight thing is just a reference to Mordremoth. Oh, that could be. That could be. Oh, there was also a host, Washelcore. Thank you so much for the host. Welcome, guys. Sorry, I turned the alerts off because we are in the middle of analyzing and watching the trailer for the very first time. But I appreciate it. I'm gonna turn on the alerts again. Thank you very much. Can we make this go like slow? How do you turn on speed? Half speed? And then I'll mute it while we talk about this. Okay. So. Okay. Of course it's nothing. It's a generic badass action hero line. Sure, but I'm happy to hear that badass action hero line. I don't doubt that ArenaNet has done this before, where they've put stuff like that in a trailer. We look way too deep into it and have way too big of expectations, and then it turns out to be nothing. I'm putting out my hopes and dreams. Okay, I'm putting my hopes and dreams out there. Oh no! Plot twist: Balthasar's motivation for wanting more power is because he's afraid of Canuck. That would actually be amazing. That would actually be amazing. What's up, Happy? Good to see you. I know, Kythro, I noticed that too. That grass was super pixelated in that in that one shot. So yeah, so the Aurene, that totally looked like Aurene. And I saw some people saying that maybe the weapon that they talked about, there's a weapon in the desert that can help us defeat look at his sword is all cracked. There's a weapon that can help us defeat Balthasar. Maybe that's Aurene. Though Aurene's not in the desert. She's in Auric Basin. So I'm not sure if they're talking about Aurene. And then he said Balthasar got the weapon, and then they keep showing this. They keep showing, and I've seen this before too, whatever this is. And it's like very obvious that they're showing us this weapon. It's not just like, oh, he uses a floaty greatsword. Like, it's very obvious. So I don't know if they're talking about this is the weapon, and then they're saying like, you know, like Balthasar is also trying to get a hold of the weapon. I don't know if they're talking about this or if they're talking about something else. We saw that like there was like a golden pyramid type thing. Oh, wait. There's a shot of, I guess, Aurene, maybe? That totally looks like Aurene. That totally looks like Aurene, but bigger. And I have no doubt that she's going to grow very fast because she's a magical dragon. She can grow at whatever speed. So that could totally be Aurene. It totally looks like her. And it looks like he's got this weapon and he's going up against Aurene, which makes me very nervous. It could also be Gleam. I am totally open to that interpretation. Maybe it's Kralkatorrik? No, that's not Kralkatorrik. Or even like one of his minions. It's definitely not Kralkatorrik. It could be like a Kralkatorrik minion, but I don't think so. Glint has multiple children, and Gleam is one of her children that was in Guild Wars 1 who went off, and we don't know where she is. So a lot of people have speculated that Gleam could come back and help us. You don't think we're even going to see Kralkatorrik in the expansion? See, yeah, Kralkatorrik is not in this trailer at all. Now, granted, I don't know if we're obviously gonna end up fighting Balthasar. I don't know if Balthasar, it would make sense for Balthasar to be the final boss, the final encounter. It's possible that we could fight, you know, a combination of Balthasar and Kralkatorrik. That would be amazing. I don't know if they're not showing us Kralkatorrik because Kralkatorrik is the final boss. Maybe we won't see him at all. I'm trying to go into this with no expectations. I just want it to be awesome. So, like, I think they did. What is this? What is this? What is this? That almost looks like a vision, doesn't it? Like one of our visions that, like, Aurene gives us. Right, because we're not going to the desert to fight Kralkatorrik. We're going to the desert to stop Balthasar. So, yeah, it makes sense that Kralkatorrik's not in the trailer, but I would think if Kralkatorrik was like a big part of it, they would maybe just hint at it a teeny tiny bit. But yeah, I don't know what to think. I think I don't know about Kralkatorrik. Kralkazar! Yes, he's gonna fuse with Kralkatorrik. Don't kill me, Uncle Balthasar! Oh my gosh. Balthasar, in Elonian terms, Balthasar is the Varish of this expansion and Kralkatorrik is the Abaddon. See, that's very possible too. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, oh man. Yeah, go ahead and give out the retweets. Last chance to retweet, guys. I appreciate you posting that cookie. Thank you. So if you guys want to retweet for Peaches or retweet just to spread the word about the stream, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, guys. They did hint at Balthasar's power in his sword from Flashpoint. That's true, because whatever this sword thing is, I think we saw a sword in episode 5. You're right. Ooh, anyone think the new character looks like a descendant of Kos? That's a good point. It does. He does look like Kos. Ooh. Yeah, this guy. He totally looks like a descendant of Kos. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. 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 Oh my god. See, we see this guy multiple times in the trailer. We see all kinds of different characters who are obviously meant to represent the player character, but we see this guy multiple times. And is this a current armor set in the game, or is that new? If that's new, I think... Tell me if that armor is new. Because armor is new. So that's not currently in the game. I should be pointing this way. If it's new, if that's not armor currently in the game, which granted there's going to be new armor sets in the expansion, I'm going to guess this is an NPC that we're going to meet who's maybe going to guide us through the desert. And holy crap, was that Feus or whoever said it? I bet multiple people said it. Totally looks like a descendant of Kos. Totally looks like that. Wow. Okay, something else, and this might be me nitpicking, but something else I want to comment on. A lot of times in trailers, let me find it, you will see certain close-ups of the characters. Somewhere here, there was that close-up of, see, look at this, there he is again. Somewhere there was this close-up of, this is kind of like, this is a close-up of the characters talking to each other. There's a close-up of Casimir going like, no, she's on the ground. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the characters here. I like this, that, like, we know that it's going to focus on these three. She's in her old armor here. What is that about? Is that a mistake? Or does she go back to her old armor? That's kind of odd. Right there. But I think Canuck's in his new armor. Why would Casimir be in her old armor? And again, this is kind of nitpicky of me, but this has happened in other trailers. Sometimes in trailers, they will take special shots of the characters. They'll even animate their faces talking. The biggest one that comes to mind is Queen Jenna's speech in episode 4, where she's going like, we will not fall. It was a close-up of her face. Her face was very expressive. And I was like, yes, oh my God, that looks so amazing. It was not in the episode. And that disappointed me greatly. I think Guild Wars 2, unfortunately, has a little bit of a disconnect between us and the characters. Because there is this in-game discussion that can happen. Moogle says her new armor was at the dry cleaner. She needed something to wear. Well, that outfit is apparently an illusion, remember? So Casimir's actually naked there. So keep that in mind. We don't know. We don't have confirmation that her new outfit, that her new armor is an illusion, though. But, what was I saying? There's this disconnect to me between us and the characters. And I think more of those cinematic style scenes with the characters real close, with like their facial expressions, to me, that helps me feel more for the characters. That helps me identify more with the characters, connect with them more. You get to see those facial expressions that you don't get to see, that don't happen when it's just, they're standing in the open world game while you're standing there and they're just talking with word bubbles above their heads. I think it's those cinematics that really help to, like, they're impressive, right? Even though they're not, like, they don't use any different CG except for the, the facial expressions. Like, it's the same in-game models. Like, I love those scenes. And they've been showing them in trailers. There's all these shots of Balthasar that look amazing. I hope we actually see some of those. Right there, that's what I was talking about, right there. I hope we actually see that right here. I hope we see that in the game. I hope that that's an in-game cinematic, even if it's just for a second. that we see, and it's not just made for the trailer. Because while this stuff is happening in game, I want to feel for the characters, and I feel a lot more for Casimir right here, where, by the way, she's in the red armor. I feel a lot more for Casimir here than I would if she's laying on the ground and I simply see a speech bubble over her head saying, no! So it's my hope that we see more of this in game. I don't know if they couldn't do that for Living World episodes. We saw that a lot with the Living World episodes. We saw, like I said, the close-up of Queen Jenna. That was awesome. And then we didn't see that in game. So maybe that's nitpicky, but in my opinion, I think we need stuff like that to help us connect with the characters. There's no Marjorie, there's no Bram, there's no Rox. We know that Timey's going to be talking to us, but we don't see Timey at all. We've been told that the PoF story is going to focus on Rytlock, Casimir, and Canuck, and I think that was a good choice. I think that was smart of them, because we do need to connect more with these characters, and there's a lot of characters now, and I love there being a lot of characters, but the more characters there are, the less, attention can be paid to each one. So I'm glad that this expansion is focusing on these three. Hopefully we're going to get a lot of, a lot of dialogue, a lot of character development for these three characters. So I think that was a good choice. And obviously the other characters we're going to hear about them, I'm sure. But they're going to be off doing other things. We know where Bram is. Rox is kind of taking care of Garm and keeping after Bram. Timey's doing her research. Marjorie is, I don't know, off doing necromancer things. So, yeah. Right, yeah, and Rytlock, Casimir, Canuck, I think are, I don't think everybody's a fan of Casimir. Casimir's like my favorite character, so I'm very happy that we're going to see more of her. That sword is awesome. But yeah, Rytlock and Canuck, despite the frustration with Rytlock not telling us about Sahathan and the Mists, I think he's a fan favorite as well. I think Canuck is a fan favorite, so I think it was a good choice. And I just, yeah, I'm going into it trying not to, have my expectations be through the roof. But I'm going into it accepting it, what it's going to be. And I'm going to take it as it is. I went into Heart of Thorns with way too high of expectations, I think, and I ended up loving the story, of course, but being a little bit disappointed. So I have a lot of faith that they've learned a lot from Heart of Thorns, and that because this is a content expansion, they can focus more on the story, and less about like teaching you things. So I have a lot of faith. Will Rytlock and Canuck kiss? Asking the real questions. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they show a lot of the elite specializations. There's that character again. I bet you he's going to be an NPC we meet. Guiding us through the desert or something. I bet you. No, I'm not trying to... I mean, the trailer gets me super excited. But I'm desperately trying to not get my expectations too high. Yeah, I saw that, Lugos. About Timey's name. I love that Balthasar. He's just like big. And, oh, that helmet is so cool. He's going to be an awesome adversary. We see him a lot. Like, I think we're going to have multiple battles with him. Ugh. That's got to be Aurene. It's Aurene or Gleam. What was that? Did that kind of look like a dragon wing that he was, didn't it? Doesn't that kind of look like a dragon's wing that he's swinging at there? Or something. Maybe not a dragon's wing. Maybe like looks like a tail or something. Whoops. I don't know. Balthasar's design is really, really cool. Really want to see the Forgotten. Yeah, no indication of the Forgotten. Man, if he kills Aurene, I'll quit. They can't kill Aurene. They can't. No, he doesn't kill Aurene. No. No. Balthasar versus Kralkatorrik. No, it wasn't purple and crystally enough to be Kralkatorrik. There she's in her right armor. She's still using her staff. I want to know when Casmire's going to officially become a Chronomancer, because she hasn't really yet, right? She hasn't really become a Chronomancer yet. That doesn't necessarily mean she has to use a shield, and we saw a shield that was released in the gem store earlier this year that definitely looked like a Casmire-style shield. So I wonder, it doesn't look like we're going to see her use that. She still has her staff, which is kind of, you know, pretty iconic for her now, and she doesn't really have a reason to change, so I can understand that. Connacht's got his new armor and stuff. Connacht's a warrior, right? Oh, right. She's gonna skip Chronomancer. She might become a Mirage. Right. My headcanon lends much more to her becoming a Chronomancer, but that's before I knew Mirage. That's possible. She could become a Mirage, but I don't think we're going to see her using an axe. I think the staff really fits her. Kralkatorrik killed the Forgotten in ArenaNet's latest lore post? I don't know. I'm not up to date on all the blogs and lore stuff that they've posted. She's been a Mirage this whole time. Yeah, that's very possible that she could become a Mirage. We've seen, it more happens in the Living World episodes that the characters change their their professions. Because we saw, you know, season 2 is when Marjorie became a Reaper. Season 3 is when Bran became a Dragon Hunter. So, hey, Bob. Better late than not at all. Absolutely. Connacht is Talus's boyfriend. Connacht is just straight fire. Everybody loves Connacht. I love that. I used to really not be a fan of him because when we first met him, he was a bad guy, right? In season 1, when we met him, he was the antagonist of the episode, and then very slowly he's redeemed himself. He is pretty cool. He's super snarky. I have faith that the snark will be real.
Look at this shiny peach. They're legendary.
Holy crap, Yama!
Buff hype. Peachy hype.
Holy crap, Yama! At tier 3 sub. Can we get some love? Some super love in chat for Yama. Thank you. How are you doing? Holy crap, 27 months. I think you are one of, I think you and Synchrony in Alaska are leading the peach train. I think you're the first level 27 peach. I could be wrong. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, Yama. That is amazing. Between Connacht and Ritlock, the amount of sass will not be contained. It's going to be great. Oh, it's going to be so great. Oh, man. And we have those they look like Wi-Fi points. I think that's what the symbol kind of looked like in the beta, or in the demo. They kind of look like Wi-Fi points where you contact Timey, which I think was pretty cool. I wonder if that was Sahothan's new model. A lot of people said that Sahothan. What are these things? Whatever they are, they look awesome. Okay, this looks like Balthasar's army. I forget what they're called. Like against this army. So I'm assuming these things, whatever they are. Should I know what these are? Are these something we've seen before? Oh, wait a minute. He's attacking. Was he attacking our guy? Okay, that's a renegade. That head, did you see that headpiece? Look at that headpiece. Ah. Thank you Feralia! Let's get some more hype and love in chat. Thank you for becoming an exotic peach. Thank you for that Prime sub. I appreciate it. The Anubis thing, exactly. Hey, Batgirl. If you look at the shot of all the mounts racing forward, you'll see Canuck and Ritlock on raptors and Cass on a skimmer. That is awesome. So we're going to see the same as we saw at some point. We saw the player character, the NPCs gliding. So they're going to be raptor riding too, which is awesome. There's why am I blanking on the name of those things? The undead. Not the risen. You know what I mean. My mind is blanking. Balthasar coming down. He's like, stop. Things are just on fire. He just looks at something. Look at his beard. His beard looks like it's on fire. Yelling Casimir. I hope we see that in game.
Hashtag charity.
Yay! Orzak, thank you! Thank you so much. Appreciate those bits. The Egyptian doggos are on the expansion announcement, minute 850. But they don't tell us what they are, right? We've seen them. Awakened! Awakened. Thank you. That's the word. That's the word I couldn't remember. His beard is on fire! That sword, though. That sword. What is that sword? What is that sword? I'm gonna watch this with sound again. I want to look frame by frame. There's that golden stuff behind him. Look at his fiery beard. Look at his fiery beard. He looks so awesome. His model is amazing. Yeah, we talked about the dragon.
Da-na-na-na. This exotic peach just became ascended.
Thank you, Arendelle.
Thank you for doing what you do, Peachy. I'm proud and humbled to be a part of this community. Less than 3.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words, Arendelle, and for all the support. I so appreciate it. It is awesome to have you as part of this community as well. Thank you for 1 year. Remind me later after we're done with the trailer analysis and I will spin the wheel for you. Wouldn't Balthasar know the repercussions of killing the Elder Dragons? He does, and he doesn't care. That's the one of the most perplexing things is he said in episode 5, he's like, I don't care what happens to Tyria. And that's why it's perplexing. Like, something happened to him. I like how he pulls out he pulled out his sword and then it went on fire. Doesn't Sahothan look a little bit more golden? Looks a little bit more golden than fiery. But yeah, he said, I don't care about humans. I don't care about Tyria. He wants power. In my, was it my, I think it was my interview, somebody's interview, with, the narrative team, they said that, we still don't know. We know what Balthasar's goal is, to kill Kralkatorrik and take his magic, but we don't know the why. We don't know why he's suddenly come back, doesn't care about us, doesn't care about anything. But we're going to find that out. He said through the story, we're going to find out his motivation. We know his goal. We don't know his motivation. And so it sounds like it's, it may just be to get stronger, to get more power, but there's a reason. There's a reason he's abandoned Tyria. He's abandoned, everything that the gods are supposed to represent for the humans. There's a reason for that. And he said that we are going to find out that reason. And plus we still have, to find out what Ritlock saw in the mists. We don't know, hopefully we're going to find that out. Maybe it was that weapon. Because Balthasar had the sword. I mean, of course, Ritlock's just telling us what he saw when he went into the mists in season 2. So he could have, seen that sword. He could have seen the gods. He could have seen, maybe the gods are hiding in the mists, and he stumbled upon, the gods, actually kicking Balthasar out or taking his power or whatever happened. That's possible. It's just, oh man. And I the thing that stands out to me absolutely the most in this trailer is Ritlock saying, you know, this is my first time fighting a god, and we don't know what Canuck responds. Although, oh yeah, is this where you see, is that, yeah, Canuck, Ritlock, and on Raptors, and then Casimir on the skimmer here. Yep, definitely. That's really cool. Oh, and then whoever this guy is on the Jackal. That's so cool. That's really cool. They didn't want to put anybody on the bunny. Oh man. He wants to be, yes, he wants to be the only god, but again, there's a reason. We know the other gods, like, betrayed him, somehow. When I'm done, I will be the only god. Right. Yes, that could be his ultimate goal, is to be the only god, but again, why? What? Something majorly happened. So I hope that it's, you know, that it's something interesting. It's not, oh, the other gods just decided to not let me play anymore, you know? Absolutely, this could still, this could represent a player character. My guess is that this is a new NPC that's going to kind of lead us through the desert, because we're going to need somebody, right? Somebody leading us who knows about the Crystal Desert, because like we don't know much of anything about the Crystal Desert, so we're going to need somebody to lead us. So my prediction, because we see this guy so much in the trailer, is that this is this is an NPC who's going to lead us through, and I love the speculation that this could be a descendant of Kos, but I don't know. It could be a player character. You never see him with a weapon? Interesting. Kind of looks like someone from the demo. Oh, he uses the human male voice if you listen at the end? Do we hear it coming directly out of his mouth, or is it just a voiceover and then showing him? That is cool. That looked like Balthasar and Palawa Joko's like people fighting. Doesn't that look like it would be like an awakened undead, like Palawa Joko fort, and then here's a Balthasar station, and they're like fighting each other. So Balthasar is just like, we're gonna get everybody on our side, because they do say in the trailer, like, we can't defeat him alone, like we need help. So I think we're going to employ, we're gonna get the help of Palawa Joko, or at least try. And then also get the help of those Anubis-looking people. Oh, he kind of looks like the guy who gave us the raptor. Oh. Okay. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look to see if that was him. Because, yeah, we did meet two named NPCs, a man and a woman. I forget their names. What is this giant thing? Oh my god. That looks so cool. What is that? Are we gonna get to, like, drive that? We're gonna get, like, a mech to drive? You do hear the human PC voice, but you don't see the guy talking. Okay. He uses twin swords. That would make sense that he would be a spellbreaker. Which... Kos was a warrior. Oh my gosh. Oh, you think this is a meta event? That could be like a world boss. That'd be awesome. I'm so excited to see. I mean, and a lot of this is story stuff. Oh yeah, that's him with daggers. Balthasar looks so cool. That model is so cool. That would be one amazing meta event. Oh, man. Oh, they were swords, not daggers. Alright, take care, Talus. So how much of the speculation is actually true? Guys, we're having fun speculating on the lore. That's what I love to do. None of this could end up being true. everyone's like, oh my god, why are we speculating on these things? Calm down. We're having fun talking about the lore. We're getting excited about PoF. Come on, guys. I don't know why you think this is a bad thing. If you don't want 2 hours of it, I can understand that. And that's fine. But I'm having fun.
What happened to you out in the desert?
Exactly, it's fun to imagine. We'll find out in 3 days.
Powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse.
Hakzim, something like that was the guy's name. Hi Dibs, hi Alex.
You know there's something in the desert that will help us turn the tide against Balthasar.
Wonder if we're gonna see the Jundu worms. Maybe. I'm gonna be disappointed if they don't actually catch the Guild Wars 1 players up. You mean people who didn't play Guild Wars 1? They said that they were gonna tell you the important things. They're not gonna tell you every detail of Nightfall. There's no fun allowed here. Hey, Dragon Tears.
I fear he may get the weapon. If he does,
You don't have to believe it, Kai. That's fine. We can speculate all we want. If you think it's a player character, that's perfectly fine.
we're gonna kill a god or what?
We're gonna kill a god. We are gonna kill a god.
On our own.
There's no coming back.
Aura Blaze,
Look at
Balthasar.
this shiny peach. They're legendary.
Thank you, Meowry.
Peachy love, Peachy love, Peachy love.
Peachy love, Peachy love, Peachy love. Thank you so much, Meowry. I appreciate the resub. That's right, this is serious speculation only. We're gonna kill him so dead. That's right, we're gonna kill him dead. The humble raptor rancher is gonna become the god of war. Yes. Yes. I agree. That's what's gonna happen. I'm good, Meowry. Thank you.
What happened to you out in the desert?
Ascended peach, level up.
Peachy heart.
Thank you, Nairbear. Thank you so much. You're going to TwitchCon, right? I just bought my plane tickets yesterday. Oh my goodness. No, Dragon Tears, don't say that. That's fine. It's fine. Not everybody likes to go crazy with the speculation. Because I think the issue is people don't want us to wildly speculate on things and then be disappointed. When, you know, it's not these epic things that we keep imagining. And that's fine. And that's fine. And I understand that. Now, I like speculating just because it gets us talking about the lore. That's my main thing. That's my main thing is this gets us talking about the lore and reminded about the lore that, like, you know, I've forgotten existed. It's like, oh yeah, we did hear that, and we did hear that, and that's exciting for me. And so that's why I sit here and talk about the lore and wildly speculate, even if it's completely off base, because it's exciting for me.
We cannot defeat him on our own.
So, and everybody finds something, everybody has a different opinion of what they see, and everybody has, you know, different things that they like to speculate on, and that's fine. I'm just focusing on what I think is exciting. Yeah, and I kind of talked about this a little bit before, like what the weapon is. They said there's a weapon in the Crystal Desert. I don't know if they're talking about that sword that Balthasar has. He already has the sword. He had that sword in episode 5, so I don't think that's the weapon that can defeat Balthasar, even though they say something like, you know, we have to get it before Balthasar gets it. Maybe it could be, like, there's a lot of, like, those, there's, like, the place that we ascend in Guild Wars 1 in the Crystal Desert, so maybe it's, like, a place of power like that, and we have to get to this place of power before Balthasar gets there, something like that.
Against a god of war.
I don't think that the sword we see is the weapon. Oh, I think there might be a weapon that can kill a god since Balthasar wants to be the only god. So he wants to get the weapon that can kill the other gods. That's a great point.
Will this be your first god fight?
You think it's the spear Destiny's Edge used in the second novel. See, I don't remember the second novel in that detail. See, that's the kind of stuff that I need reminded of. That sword, yes, the sword that we see him with, that sword with the chains and the fire, that was in Flashpoint. Yes, it was. He wasn't actually wielding it, but when he was above Timey's machine in the chamber with Primordus, the sword was, I think, above him. It was like we don't even know what it was doing exactly, but it was there, or maybe it was in front of him. It was floating along with him when he was above Omad's Timey's machine. It was. Yeah, it makes me want to read the last chapters of Edge of Destiny as well, because I read it, but I don't really recall the details. I think we're gonna make a deal with Paolo Joko, because Joko's just kind of, he's crazy and insane, but he's, he rules the Crystal Desert, and he's he's a ruler, he's a leader. So he's going to want what's best for his kingdom. He wants to hold on to his land. And with Balthasar going around burning everything and destroying everything, he's not going to want to have that happen. So I imagine he's going to be actively fighting with Balthasar. But kind of like the rest of Guild Wars 2, we have to come together to defeat this enemy. Because we can't do it alone. Paolo Joko can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. So I think we're going to team up with him. And there's probably going to be a couple story instances dealing with us trying to make a deal with Paolo Joko and convincing him that we have to work together. You think that the sword or the weapon they're talking about may be Magdare? You think Rytlock might get Sahothan and Magdare? I don't know enough about Magdare and its powers. I know that when you get them together, it's super, super powerful. Could it be Magdare? Where was the last time we saw Magdare? Do we know where it is? Could it be in the Crystal Desert? It's a plush Oreen hat.
If he does, the consequences will be.
What would Joko want in return for his help? Help defeating Balthasar. If we work together, Balthasar, and we defeat Balthasar, I think that would be payment enough. You can't do it by yourself. We can't do it by ourselves. Let's team up and defeat this threat to us both. The enemy of your enemy is your friend, right? Oh, Air has Magdare. That's right. Air was getting it reforged, and then we never heard about it again. I'm saying I think Balthasar wants swords, he'll try to take Sahothan from Rytlock if he has Magdare. Well, yeah, of course. So, what, he's collecting swords? He's going to be a blade dancer from Blade and Soul? He's going to have, all these swords? He wants to make the Iron Throne. He wants to make the Iron Throne and sit upon it. The throne of all of the most powerful swords. That's what it is. Hey, Spec! How's it going? You think that crystal sphere is the weapon? I don't know what crystal sphere you're talking about. The that golden. There was a golden crystal thing. Yeah, we don't know what that is. There's a golden crystal thing, and then there was a magical symbol over it. I'm not sure what that is. I'm thinking that might be the weapon. Again, it could be a location of power. Will this be your first god fight? The Elder Dragon. Why is he so? We got to go through and listen to the dialogue. The Elder Dragons will die by my hand. So he is totally all about killing the Elder Dragons. Maybe there is a connection between the Elder Dragons and the other gods. Maybe he has to kill the dragons first because the other gods are taking some magic from the dragons. So if he kills the dragons, because he knows that they're well, actually they're not weakened because of the power of the ones that died going into the others. See, a lot of people are mentioning the spear from Edge of Destiny. I don't remember a spear, but I gotta go back and refresh myself on that lore.
If he does, the consequences will be unpredictable.
Here,
Ascended Peach, level up.
lore, thank you so much.
Boopa hi, Peachy love.
Boopa hi! Thank you, lore. Thank you so much for the 14-month resub. I appreciate it. What did I see here that I wanted to comment on? Oh, Hironaka said, I just returned and I have yet to play Season 2, 3 in the last expansion. I own PoF. Should I wait to play it? If you care at all about the story, Hironaka, I would play them in order, which is Season 2, the core game, Season 2, Heart of Thorns, Season 3, and then PoF. You can find it in your story journal, in the hero panel, the order. If you care about the story and understanding what's going on in order, then play it in that order. If you want to, jump in and get your mount, unlock your raptor and stuff and do that, then you can play the first story instance of PoF and then go back. You can always do that. But yeah, it depends. It's up to you whether you care about, the story. I would play it in order, but I super care about the story, so. He seems so angry against the dragons to only want them for power. Maybe he wants to kill them for more purposes than power. Right, that's why I was speculating that maybe, they do have a connection to the gods, and he has to kill the other dragons first, because we know that his end goal is to be the only god. He wants to kill the other gods. So maybe killing the elder dragons, he has to do that first before he can kill the other gods. I'm wondering, when Ritlock went into the mists, I'm wondering if he saw something physically, like he saw a person, or if he saw a vision that gave him information, that gave him some insight into something that's going on in the world.
What happened to you out in the desert?
Ooh, the Tomb of the Primeval Kings could be the setting for a raid? That would be awesome.
One person against a god of war.
Maybe he wants to kill all the other dragons because Zaitan destroyed Or, the city of the gods. Number one, I think he would have come back earlier. It doesn't sound to me like he wants revenge on the elder dragons. And that doesn't explain why he doesn't care at all about the humans anymore.
Till next time,
Oh my god!
Peaches.
Whoa! Castman! Holy crap! Can we get a huge puppy stampede, please? Oh my god! Castman, that is so generous! Thank you for the 5,000 bits! Oh my god, what a wonderful Tuesday! Thank you, and have a wonderful day at work, and thank you so much for putting #charity in there. That is a huge boon for the Extra Life charity. Thank you. Thank you so much, Castman. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Don't work too hard, okay? Oh, you know what? I just realized that message said 14 more hours to show support. So 14 more hours to put #charity in your bit message. Thank you, Allie. You're so nice. Hey, Bevo.
No more running, Balthasar. Face me.
Wasn't it the humans who sunk the city? Right. Yeah, but bottom line, I don't think it's anything to do with wanting revenge on the dragons themselves. I think it's he's using the dragons to gain power, and for some reason he wants to specifically kill them not go through the trouble of just absorbing their power, which is what he tried to do with Timy's machine. I think maybe he was just trying to kill two birds with one stone, because the machine was connected to both Primordus and Jormag. So maybe he was trying to absorb the magic from both of them at once, and he was like, because that was our original plan, right? Was to use Timy's machine to kill them both. So he was like, hey, if I can be in the, connect to the machine in that process of killing them, I can not only kill both of them at the same time using our technology, but also absorb the powers at the same time. It just so happens that, the dragons went to sleep instead. Luckily for us. We are KC. We are going to play Guild Wars 2 today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm spending 2 hours going through this trailer. It excites me, okay? It excites me. I love, love, love the lore of Guild Wars 2. Bye-bye, Royal. Take care. No, unfortunately, there's not, Domi.
We cannot defeat him on our own.
There's no coming back. We must strike now.
You keep doing you, Peachy. Thank you.
No more running, Balthasar. Face me.
The gods have abandoned this world. The very last thing, I want to listen to all of the specific dialogue again. What is actually said in the trailer, and then we'll hop in game. I promise.
What happened to you out in the desert?
It's a powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse. One person against a god of war.
That sounds like the human female player character.
You know there's something in the desert that will help us turn the tide against Balthasar.
Something in the desert that'll help us turn the tide. Maybe Paolo Joko's army, even.
So, will this be your first god fight?
Yeah, you?
Well, we know we're gonna fight him, that's for sure.
The elder dragons will die by my hands. And their power will become my power.
Their power will become my power. So he's killing them specifically to get their power. Oops. And I like hearing so much dialogue from Balthasar, and him not just being this, we don't know. This could all happen right before the final boss fight. He could just lay out his whole plan. But I like hearing so much dialogue from him because, it's a little bit more of a personable enemy rather than this elder dragon that never speaks. Granted, Mordramoth spoke to us, but, it was kind of a more, we didn't it was more like in our heads we heard his voice. So this is pretty cool to actually have a mwahaha villain,
I fear he may get the weapon.
I fear he may get the weapon. I think maybe that's what Ritlock saw, because Ritlock is saying, I fear he might get the weapon. He's not saying my weapon. He's not saying Sahothin, though it could still refer to Sahothin. He's saying, I fear he might get the weapon. And it's not this sword, because he already has the sword. He already possesses that. So, unless he's calling Aurene the weapon, that could be.
If he does, the consequences will be unpredictable.
Oh, wait, that might be Oh, that's not Ritlock. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. That was it. They showed Ritlock, and it's similar to Ritlock's voice. You're totally right, though. That was not Ritlock's voice. You're right. That probably is Paolo Joko.
He may get the weapon. If he does, the consequences will be unpredictable.
You're right. You're right.
We gonna kill a god or what?
I love that.
We cannot defeat him on our own.
There's no coming back. We must strike now.
The gods have abandoned this world.
No more running, Balthasar! Face me!
What would Balthasar say the gods have abandoned this world? That's Tybalt confirmed. It's an E. Totally E. Totally. All right, I'm done speculating. Thank you guys so much for humoring me, for talking to me about this, and for bearing with my like hour and a half long just letting me be a lore nerd. Thank you guys. This was truly just me being a super lore nerd and taking a 2-minute video and being wooden potatoes and talking about it for 90 minutes. So I appreciate it.